What's been the biggest surprise so far in the startup?
The biggest surprise, I would say, is just the support I think that we've been receiving from the public out there on our brands. Every day I'm out on the street, people are coming up to me. I don't know them, and they couldn't be nicer. They couldn't be more excited about us continuing that legacy of brewing and the tradition here in St. Louis. I think people realize, that have drank our beer, realize that we're following in the footsteps of the Busch tradition and brewing high quality, great tasting beer. And so they realize that we're legitimate now. I think we're becoming more and more legitimate to people. And I think they're also excited about our plan to build a brewery in the future here in St. Louis and, create jobs for Missourians and, really be a positive part of St. Louis with our business. So I think, that buzz and seeing a small startup company grow and get bigger, being American, being based here in St. Louis has been something that has excited people, and it's very humbling for me to see the excitement and the support that we're getting with what we're doing.
Mike or Mark, what's most surprising to you?
I would agree with Billy. I think the reception in the market has been great. When you start a company, when you launch a product, you're not guaranteed access to anything. And I'm assuming just about everybody here is a St. Louis resident for the most part. If you are, you probably shop at Schnucks, or you shop at Deerberg's, or you shop at Shop and Save, or you buy beer if you drink beer at places like Dirt Cheap and Randall's and other places. The next time you're in and you're buying beer, hopefully you're buying ours, but the next time you're in those places, just take a look at the shelves. And I think you will be very impressed at the level of space that those retail customers have given to this company. I think in large part because it is a St. Louis enterprise. I think number two, because it's a wonderful opportunity and because it's given the consumer something new and different. So, it's not easy getting on those shelves, whether you're in the beer business, the snack food business, the dairy business, et cetera, et cetera. And for us, I think that's been, probably one of the most rewarding things is that reception.
Yeah, for me, the most challenging thing has certainly been brewing the beer. I was a lager specialist, but I brewed craft beers, which have all sorts of interesting dynamics, including spices and all these different crazy things you can put in there, like pumpkins. I mean, the list goes on, and you think that would be extremely difficult, and at times it is. What has proven to be the most difficult brewing of my life is brewing these beers because they're so pure and so clean. Frankly, there's nothing to hide behind. Everything has to be absolutely perfect. Other large premium lager brewers, and this isn't a bad thing necessarily, but they back blend. They'll produce many, many brews, and you might be drinking a beer that's composed of as many as 20 or 30 or even 50 different batches that's been blended together for consistency, which is fine, it's great. Well, as Mike said, we're micro in size right now, we're getting bigger and bigger, but every time you drink a Kräftig, it's one batch, it's one. So to make it taste exactly the same every single time is incredibly difficult. So, one bottle, one batch. It's kind of interesting. The most surprising thing that I've noticed and that I didn't see coming is becoming the craft beer drinkers' light beer. Not our light, but our lager. Our premium lager seems to be becoming the craft brewers' light beer, so to speak. They've got to mow their lawn too, and you just can't have a extremely bitter 12% alcohol refreshment afterwards. So they drink Kräftig lager, and sometimes they don't want to pay $8.99 a six-pack. They'd rather pay the price they're used to paying for premium lager. So that's been the most surprising thing, I think, for me.
You might have a future in marketing too.